happy that you're here with me today. I am Maeve. Let's lie down on your backs. If it's your birthday, let me know. But you get to celebrate birthday with me. And this first moment of being here, being in your body, being in your breath, I want you to pretend it's your birthday also. And just really celebrate this life you have, this body you're given, your opportunity to be in this world, on this earth. And as you hone the breath, as you turn your attention to it and allow it to deepen or smooth naturally, acknowledging that that breath is your connection to life. So on the day that I was born, in my parents' house, in their bed, they waited to see me breathe, right? And your parents did the same thing, or your mother did the same thing. And upon the entry of you, yes you, into this world, you came to be in this world. That's really obvious, right? But really think about that. That's when you came to be in this world, in the external. Maybe not inside the mommy's belly, but out. And you're still here now. There is no other you. Which is why birthdays are important. Last 2 breaths here. And then bend your knees. Put your feet flat on the floor. Take your arms out to the side and then drop your knees right and left and right, whatever way feels good, just side to side. And then come through center, either hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, or come into happy baby. Taking the feet, pulling the feet down, pushing them away, and lengthening out the spine. And then come through center, start to extend the legs. Just rock up, come into an easy boat pose if there's such a thing. If there's such a thing, an easy boat pose. Lifting up, broadening the collarbones, shifting toward the sitting bones. And then releasing the feet down. Inhale, lift the heart up, think cow. And then exhale, round the back, think cat. Inhale, rise, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, and exhale. Last 2, inhale, and exhale. So good. One more time. Inhale, beautiful. And then exhale. And then just come forward, cross your shins. Step back into downward facing dog, please. And in the first few moments of downward facing dog, give yourself some freedom to move around if you need to find whatever sort of movement into space feels good on your body. Gerald, I love that. I don't know if I realized it was Dolly's birthday. I definitely didn't. Happy birthday. I don't think you were on yet when I asked. That's awesome. A few more breaths here. Yep, you all look great. Inhale, lift your heels up. And then start to kind of roll through the spine. Come forward into plank. And then with control, come into up dog on the balls of the feet. Pull the biceps back, broaden across the chest. Drop your chin into your chest. And then roll back through the spine and soften the heels down. Inhale, lift. Roll through. And then back. One more time, please. Rise up in the heels. Roll through. And then back. And then right leg stretches back. If it feels good, go ahead, open up the hip, maybe bend the knee, maybe lower onto your left forearm if it feels good. And then inhale, stretch up and back. Straighten that left arm if you bent it, and then place your right foot between your hands. Turn the back heel down, come right up into warrior two, come up and around. Take a moment, level the pelvis, find your feet under you, adjust the feet in or out, whatever you need so that you really feel grounded here. And then with an inhale, reach the arms up, straighten both of the legs. And then exhale, sinking down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, sinking down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hold. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Maybe slide this hand behind the back. If your shoulder's pretty open, you can catch hold of that right thigh with your left hand, but don't force it. Don't force anything. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Keep the arm where it is, whatever you've chosen. And just bring this right hand down to your right shin gently. Rotate the chest open. We're just in a gentle triangle here. A few more breaths. If you feel like you've got the space, maybe the hand comes down to the ground or a block. Good. Left arm comes up and around. Plant your hands. Step back to plank, please. Inhale. And then chaturanga. Exhale. Rise and open. So good. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Left leg stretches back. Open up the hip. If it feels good, bend the knee and maybe lower down onto that right forearm. And then with an inhale, stretch the leg back, lift the forearm up if you lowered it, and then place your foot between your hands. Right heel turns down, and then rise up into warrior two. And then take a second and adjust. And I'm less concerned with you looking down and seeing where that alignment is and more about you feeling it. So classically, left heel to right arch. I prefer a little bit more like heel to heel. So I want you to play with that. I encourage you to play with that and find where it feels good. And again, it's less about looking down to see that you're aligned and more about feeling it. Inhale, straighten the legs. And then exhale, sinking down. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, sinking down. Do that a few more times. As you do that, pull your feet toward each other. Draw the low belly up. Thank you, Joe. And we're going to stay down and take a few breaths here. Reverse your warrior. Maybe slide this hand behind the back, or maybe you find the thigh. Notice how it feels on this side compared to the other side. Like me getting my thighs a little bit more effort on this side. It's still there for me, but just notice if this shoulder is a little tighter, if it's more open. And then straighten the front leg. And just tip over and light hand to shin, very, very light. And start to open up the chest. So rather than pushing to the shin, you're just sort of like giving yourself some awareness here. And the calf is pushing back into the hand to meet that pressure. Very little pressure. Stay here, or the hand can come to a block or onto the floor behind the left leg. Contain the front ribs. Gently draw the belly back and then soften the right rib cage down and lengthen the left rib cage out. Notice what you're doing with your head and your neck. Tap into your breath. Be in your body, be in your breath, be here now. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and around. And then we step back to plank. Take an inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rising, open up dog. And downward facing dog with your exhale. Every single chaturanga, every single vinyasa is optional, please. Skip them if they don't serve you. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And then draw your hands into your heart with your exhale. Stay with me, don't run off on me. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Stay here, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands into your heart. Keep going like that. Inhaling. Exhaling. Strengthen the legs, inhale. Exhale. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. We build on this. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway with your inhale. Step to plank. Lower down chaturanga. It's the same rhythm of breath. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. We continue. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise.
Salutation A. It's thought of as a salutation, a prayer to the sun, but the sun is representative of your soul, so it's a prayer to yourself. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. Fold. Rise, inhale. Close the circle, exhale. Rise, inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen. And then chaturanga. Rise, inhale. Downward facing dog. So in honoring ourselves, we honor each other. We're all one. I'm one with you. I'm one with this floor. I'm one with the sky. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees. Feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. It's in this self-love that we love others so greatly. Release the hands to your heart. We're going to go 2 more times. Just follow along. If you're not confident, keep a watch, but it's in you, I promise. Second round, we'll stay in down dog, please. Once you're in down dog, take a few breaths here. Inhale, right leg back. Bring your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, stretch the leg back. Open the hip, maybe lower onto that left forearm. And then bring the foot all the way up to the top of the mat. Warrior 2, inhale. Sink a little deeper with your exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, maybe find that thigh. And then straighten the right leg and come into triangle. Bend the front leg. Half moon, block if you want it. You can keep this left arm if it's there for you. So breathe into your left forearm if you have this arm behind your back. Or breathe into your back rib cage if you don't have the arm there for that feedback. But do your best not to go into a back bend here. Really keep the spine neutral. And then option to bend the left leg. And then stay neutral. So finding this slowly. And then maybe this bottom hand, this right hand, comes to your foot. Or not. Or not. Falling is fantastic. Falling out of a pose is fantastic. You come back with a little more knowledge. And we're all going to come to chair, top of the mat, regardless of what version you were in half moon. Don't worry, you're going to get a few shots at that too. Yeah. You'll get a few shots. And then right knee rises up. Take your knee with your hand or take your foot with your left hand. And we twist to the right. You don't get bonus points for getting your foot, so find where you feel that you can stand up the tallest. So if you're taking your foot and you're compromising your body position, take the knee and stand tall. Really nice. So you're going to let go of the knee or the foot. You're just going to sweep this right leg around. Around. We're going to come into half moon on this side. Yes, beautiful. And just the classical, because we're going to do the other side, I promise. So good. So good. And then soften the left knee. We're going to arrive in goddess. Feet go out wide. Sink down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Option, take this right arm up to bend at the elbow. Supporting here. If it feels good, left arm can come around to the back. You can find the hands or not. You can also just take your hand around to your thigh. No need to suffer. Sink a little deeper. And then rise up. Square off your feet. Keep the arms if it's okay. Prasarita Padottanasana with Gomukhasana arms. Inhale halfway up. Left toes toward the front of the mat. Left arm on your left thigh or left hand to the ground. Parsva Konasana on the left leg, top of the mat. Yes, really good. Beautiful. Block if you want. One more inhale, and then release the hands down. Left leg, three-legged dog, come up and back. Left knee, left tricep, exhale. Inhale back, open the hip if you want, lower down onto that right forearm. And then rise up, stretch back, place your left foot forward. Warrior two, rise up. Sink a little deeper. Reverse warrior, maybe take that arm behind the back. And then straighten the front leg and Trikonasana. If you like a little shorter stance in triangle, bring that back foot in a little bit. And then looking down, use this to kind of steady you. Half moon, lifting up. So take a few breaths here. And when I say breathe into that arm, breathe into the back body. So even if the arm's not behind your back, you're getting that sense of breathing back, back ribs. And then maybe start to bend the right leg. And then notice how the back immediately wants to arch. Neutralize, because you're going to go into a back bend, but you want to come in with a strong center. And then maybe this left hand finds your right foot. And welcome to chair. Left knee rises up. Right hand to your left knee or to your foot. And do your best to straighten the standing leg. You're going to release the foot of the knee, and this left leg's going to come around. And we're coming into half moon without Chapasana. Block if you'd like. Really push the legs straight. Reach the arms long. Lengthen the tail. to your left heel. And then soften the right knee to standing leg. And then come into goddess. And find your center. Option to bring this left arm up and bend at the elbow. This is perfect. This does not need to change. If you want, right hand can come behind the back. Maybe the hands come together. And then you have a little more to give down. A little more to give down into the feet to feel a rise of energy as you sink the hips. Inhale, lifting, and then square the feet. Keep the arms only if it works for you, and then come forward, Prasarita, with Gomukhasana, cow-faced arms. Come halfway with your inhale. Release the arms, bring that right arm onto your right thigh or hand to the floor, and then open up. Side angle, Parshva Konasana. Strong back foot, inner left thigh raises to the back of your mat. Strong left arm. Last inhale. Release your hands down. Sweep this right leg up and back. Right knee, right tricep, exhale. We're going to go again. Inhale, sweep the leg back, open up, maybe lower onto that forearm. And then right foot up between your hands. It's in you, just trust. Warrior two, trust yourself. Sinking a little deeper. Reverse warrior. And then triangle. Soften the front knee. Bring the gaze around to help you lift off to half moon. Bend that left leg if you'd like. Find the foot with your right hand. And then open up. And we arrive in chair, top of the mat. Right knee rises up, left hand to the knee or to the foot. We twist to the right. Yes! And then we're going to open. Half moon on the left leg. And then goddess. Right arm up, left arm back if you want. Sink down. Rise up. Square your feet and fold. You have tons of time. If I'm going too fast for you, you slow it down. Come up halfway. Release the arms. Parshva Konasana. Reach to the front of your mat. Release the hands down. Left leg sweeps up to the sky. Left knee, left tricep, exhale. Inhale back, open the hip, maybe lower onto that right forearm. And then place your left foot top of the mat. Warrior two, rise up. So you've got a moment here to kind of set yourself, stay. Reverse. Triangle. Soften the front knee. Half moon. Option to bend that top leg and find your foot to your hand. Kind of funky Chapasana. Come into chair. Left knee or left leg rise up. Twist to your left. And then follow that through. Half moon. Sweep the left leg back. And right into goddess. Left arm up, right arm back. Rise up, square the feet, and then fold. Come back up halfway. Release the arms. And then opening side angle. Release down. This time we're going to go through full vinyasa if it's happy for you. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Smooth out your breath. Rise high to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. You're going to make your way onto your back, however you want to get there. Squeeze the knees into your chest, take a pause. Arms reach overhead. Curl your shoulders up. And then stretch your legs out. Breathe. Hug your knees in. Pause. Let your head drop down. To see how that was received on your body. You can always choose to do just upper body or just lower body. You can bring your arms at your sides if overhead felt like too much. Modify, skip it, stay here, breathe if you don't need it. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, curl the shoulders up. Inhale, stretch those legs out. Beautiful, yes, yes, yes. One more inhale. And then exhale, hug the knees in, drop the head down. Pause. Receive. Last one. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, curl the shoulders. Inhale, stretch the legs. And then this time, lifting up, boat pose. Knees can bend. Yes. Fantastic. We're going to find our way to chair pose. If you want, you'll rock back and up into chair. If you want, you just put your feet down, use your hands. But if you want, rock it back. One more inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga vinyasa or just down dog. Good, lift your heels up, don't go anywhere. Bend your knees and then bend your elbows. Knees bend, forearms come down, and then push up, back to down dog. Good, if that was like a shocker to your system, maybe bring your knees all the way down and just work the upper body. We're going to do that a few times. So it's from down dog, you lift the heels, you bend the knees, you bend the elbows, you lower down, hover the knees, and then push, rise, down dog. Do it again. Lift the heels. Bend the elbows and the knees. Lower down. Rise up. And back to down dog. 2 more times, please. One more time. And downward facing dog. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Draw your knee into your chest, place your right foot next to your right hand. Sneak this left arm outside the right thigh, and then just gently twist to the right. Beautiful. Use your back toes to give yourself leverage to lift. Lifting the thigh, lifting the heart. Yes. Really good, yes. So good. Couple more breaths. Last inhale. Release your hands down. Use blocks if you have them. Straighten both legs. And then melt the spine down if it feels good. But for some of us, it might feel better to keep the spine long and lifting rather than just long and folding. So you decide what you need. And then everyone lift up the heart. Bend the front leg. Push off the back toes. Come into standing splits. Lift the left leg up. Bring your feet together, top of the mat. Chapasana, chair. Hands into your heart, and then left arm outside your right thigh. And we twist to the right, same side you twisted in the lunge. And then open up if you want. Take it to an arm balance if you want. It's totally up to you what you do with this twist. Fantastic. Yes, yes, yes. Take another inhale. Forward fold with your exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, upward facing dog. Take it back, downward facing dog. Left leg stretches back. Exhale, knee down the center, place your foot forward. And then sneak this right arm outside the left thigh. And then we twist. Use the back toes, use the back foot, the ankle, to give life to that right leg, to give life to the spine, to opening the heart. Check in with your breath. Last inhale. And then release through center. Blocks if you want. Straighten the front leg. Keep the spine lifted and long, or melt the spine down. Notice your breath. Notice your thoughts when you're still versus when we're flowing. So in these moments of quiet, do you trail off or do you stay connected? And some suggestions. Connect to your feet. Feel how the feet guide the legs upward. Imagine you could actually take your breath to spots that need it. So if this hamstring is tight, breathe into the hamstring. We know you can't breathe into the hamstring. I am aware of this. You're breathing in your diaphragm, you're breathing through your torso, but imagine that you could take your breath into your hamstring. Soften the front knee. Coming forward, standing splits. So some of us thrive in the complexity, some of us thrive in the simplicity. Just noticing our tendencies. Staying connected all the time. So beautiful. And then bring your feet together, please. You're going to come into chair. And draw your hands into your heart. Your right arm is going to go outside your left thigh. You're twisting to your left. Same side you twisted to in the lunge. And then if you want, you open the arms, or you take an arm balance, and you explore the pose however you need it to be. But you breathe. Yes. Beautiful. One more inhale, and then release through center with your exhale. Stay with me, please. Inhale, lengthen, step to plank. You can always put your knees down for this transition if you need to. Start to pike the hips up, come high into the toes, and start to bend the elbows. Bring the forearms down. You're in dolphin. Maybe your feet come a little closer to your elbows, maybe not. And then knees down. And child's pose, please. All right. We're going to come back into our forearms in dolphin. And if you need breaks or if you need to just pass on this, you will. Forearms come down, right leg lifts. And you can just stay here as if you were working a standing split, but maybe you start to kind of push into those left toes and just get this sense of like, maybe there's a little moment of balance. Yeah, let it be playful. Don't let it define anything. Really nice. And then both feet come down. Take a pause, both knees down, breathe. Give yourself a moment. And then we'll do that again. Coming into your forearms. Tuck the toes, lift up, and then take the left leg up. And then maybe you just start to get that sense of lift. And then feet down, knees down, child's pose again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Smooth out your breath to see how your body receives that. Yeah. And then the third time is optional. So if you want to stay in child's pose, stay there. If you want one more time, if you need to move yourself to a wall to feel a little more confident and you don't have the opportunity to do that, you can do that now. If you prefer a handstand or a headstand, you can do that as well. So this is your last moment to get a little inversion in if it feels good. Yeah, Sherry, good. Good, Susan. Yes, Nick, these are beautiful, beautiful. And so the work we did to contain the belly with the rat or half rat, when we were in half moon or in reverse warrior, you need a little bit of that here. Last couple of breaths. Yeah. And then make your way onto your backs when you are ready. Awesome. So good. All right. Bridge, rise up. Draw the shoulders under, lace the hands. Last inhale, and then releasing down. Take a pause. You'll repeat that in any version, bridge pose, or you'll come into upward facing bow, or you'll find a back bend that suits you. If you're really comfortable in Pincha Mayurasana and you want to start working towards scorpion, you can do that as well. You've got 2 more to play with to do whatever you want. So we'll go in and out. If you want to hold longer, that's fine too. But set up with an inhale, we rise together. And so it's so beautiful that we can all be doing different things, yet be doing the same thing, right? The same thing being that we're here breathing together, celebrating our lives, celebrating our bodies, our existence. Last inhale, and then down, exhale, and pause. Last one if you want it. Set up, rise together, inhale. And then out, gently with your exhale. Happy baby, please. Or knees to chest, or whatever feels good to you. I know this isn't everyone's favorite pose. Skip it if it's not your favorite. Good, hug the knees in, rock up to seated. You're going to bring your right shin forward. Your left leg back, single leg pigeon. You can also come into double pigeon, or you can do Gomukhasana, full Gomukhasana since we've warmed up the upper body if you'd like. Stay connected to your body. So this is not splat, like you don't just arrive here and it's like, you just give up. You stay connected. Push down into the foot, into the shin, the back foot, the back leg. But with that action, with that awakening, there is a sense of ease and release. So balancing work and ease at all times. Yes. So good. We're going to switch sides. So if you're in single leg pigeon, let's do the same thing. Bring the leg around, starting from the top of the mat, and then moving back. If you're in another version, just find your version. Good. to a wide leg, seated position. Just finishing here. You don't have to move your spine forward. It's not available to everyone. I fully am aware of that. But if the hinge is allowing you to come forward, come forward. If you feel like you're sitting back on your tailbone and your back is rounding, going into flexion, use your arms and see if you can lift up. You can even lean back a little bit to find that like lift in the spine. Stretch the heels away from the hips. Press the backs of the legs down. And then rising up, make your way onto your backs. And once you're on your back, if you need a twist before Shavasana, take the twist. If there's something else that seems very pressing that will allow you to release more deeply into your Shavasana, then do that, please. I say this all the time, but this practice is this amazing gift that allows us to peel away the layers. So like the asana, the breath, helps us to kind of peel away the layers to get to our deeper self. And it's like that self, that true being, the way we were born when we came into the world, before we put labels on ourselves, when we were just this little human. Allow your Shavasana to be that today. Strip away the layers, strip away the labels. Just be in your body here. Be you in your body. And allow the breath to gently fall away. Give yourself permission to go on this ride. If you're not under any time constraints today, I would encourage you to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you want. If you need to return to the real world, you'll come with me now. Waking up your breath, gently waking up your body, coming out of corpse pose, out of Shavasana, reborn with a knowledge of your practice. So it's your birthday too. As you rise, or as you bring awareness back into your body, rise to sitting whenever you are ready. Bring your hands together at your heart, honoring this space that we get to play together, that we get to spend some time together. And just like everything else, in this space we're one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, breath bring you back up. Allow your eyes to open gently. I so appreciate your practice. I so appreciate you being here today. Thank you with all my heart. Have a great